Welcome to the Numerology and Astrology for August 1st, 2021. If you add all those numbers together, you get the number 15, and if you add the 1 and the 5 together, you get the number 6. As you might have noticed, we are going backwards in the numerology again, which happens at the beginning of months often. This time we are in the number 6, and that requires us to review and reflect on what we thought we were doing. There is a moment when the universe asks the question, are you sure about that direction? And hopefully we think it through one more time to see if it is actually going to give us what we think we want. I believe that everyone has certain lessons they need to learn in this life, and we don't get to argue if that lesson is worthwhile. We only get to look at which lesson we choose next. Today, there is a choice. So let's look carefully and see if there is something that might be more spiritually, emotionally, and physically fulfilling for who we want to become. And always choose a compassionate path to get there. The astrology today. The moon continues in Taurus, bringing calmness and comfort to the day, which we are going to need with the rest of this astrology today. Mercury and the sun are in fiery Leo and give us a breather from the standpoint that we now see the options in front of us, and they are not as bad as we suspected. It takes courage to be willing to confront the truth in matters. While this energy gives us a much needed boost of creativity and joy, it can also bring things into the light and give us a chance to see past the point that we feel stuck. Be careful what you say to others, as their comeback might be a bit sharper and pointed and wit. Many will blurt out exactly what they think in the moment. The filter today is one of blunt honesty rather than evasive intellectualization. Many subjects might seem sacred, but for the next few weeks, nothing is above the raw and real honesty that needs to be spoken. The words can impact like a meteor and throw people back in shock and stunned silence. Know that many have had their fill and now will say exactly what they think and feel. Because Saturn opposes both Mercury and the Sun, the words chosen by others will not be willing to spare the rod. If you think your reaction will not draw out a retort, think again. Instincts are quick to leap into a verbal reproach. There is no filter. We're second guessing ourselves, and we don't care if our response upsets anyone either. While words are in abundance, doubt still lingers, and there is no real desire to push ahead. Plans continue to adjust, and those same responsibilities require our attention. All efforts given out during this time will help gain confidence and show us how to be responsible in the long run. Often that obstacle path is a quest to gain and pick up necessary tools to help you through other patterns in the near future. There is going to be a clear purpose to this tricky passage through this tightly wound part of life's game. Feelings arise like wind whipping up the waves. Focusing on them is not relevant or necessary. Just allow them to arise and fall. Restrictions, problems, and those feelings that frustrate are there to make us look for long-term solutions to major issues, and be kind because there is much more to come. A humble approach is always best. My quote for today: I am grateful for those who care enough to be kind. I am grateful for those who go forward refusing to look behind. I am grateful for those that can make spaces calm and serene. I am grateful for those that help instead of scream. And my blog for today: aiming for being average should never be a goal. Average will never make anyone completely whole. Being like another is a waste of time. Striving to be better is what will allow you to climb. I have looked at the way that some need to belong. I have never had that feeling. Something always felt off and wrong. I wanted to know and I wanted to learn. I knew to reach for those things that I did yearn. Within the many pieces that make up our life, we want to learn through joy and strife. Those places we overcame have a magical power and truth. While they might have been inspired by the dreams of our youth, they show that when challenged, we can always do more. They remind us that the answer is on a different shore. Stories are not told because of the ease. Stories are repeated because they brought us to our knees. Hope inspires when it seems there is no way through. We grow when we are unwilling to just make do. Dissatisfaction says that we can do better and do more. And as we step off that cliff, we discover that we can soar. Thanks, everyone.